Hey guys, in this video we'll be working on the pause screen, so stay tuned. Alright everyone, welcome back to this final episode. So I just want to dive straight into making the pause screen. So we'll first add a new scene, do user interface, I'll call it pause screen. And just like always, I'm going to start with the margin container, make sure it fills the whole screen, go in the inspector, and I'm going to give this one margins of like 248 on the left and right, and then 128 on the top and bottom. Then inside of here, we'll just add a panel. And this will kind of be like a background panel for the content. Then inside of that, we'll add another margin container. And for this one's margins, I'm going to do something like 32 on the left and right, and then 16 on the top and bottom. And then inside of this, we'll have our actual content, like the title, and then some buttons like resume, retry, and quit. So I'm going to add a VBox, add a label inside there first, make it say pause, have it centered, add a new label settings, and I'm going to change some font size to like 48. And we can call it something like pause label. And now time to add those buttons. So first button we'll do is resume. Make sure it expands the whole entire space. And we can just call this like resume button. I'm just going to duplicate it. This one will be our retry button. Make sure it says retry. And then finally we'll have a main menu button that takes us back to the main menu. Alright, cool. So now I'm just going to go ahead and save this. I'm going to do GUI. I already have a pause screen folder, but you can make one and save it in there. And then what I'll do is, once the pause screen is saved, I'll add a new script to it. And this destination is fine. And I just want to go ahead and connect the pressed signal on all these buttons. So we'll go to node, signals, pressed, and just go ahead and connect all those. Cool. So now for main menu, we'll resume last. But for main menu, we'll go get tree dot, I always just look up scene for change scene to file. I'm going to do main menu level. And that should be good for our on main menu button pressed. And then for the retry, we'll do get tree dot reload current scene. And yeah, those two buttons are good. Now I'm going to kind of work backwards, and we'll start with when you press the escape button and open the pause screen. So to do that, what we first need to do is go into all of our levels and add the actual pause screen. So we will collapse that, go to our canvas layer. We'll start with level 1. Doesn't really matter which one you start with, but we'll just go ahead and start adding that. So add the pause screen. Make sure it's hidden when we start, right? Because you don't want to have it showing when you first start. So now we'll just add that to our level 2. Make sure it's hidden. And then our most important one, which is the level template. So if we ever make new levels, it'll be in there. Add that and hide it. So now we can just open the level manager in any one of these levels. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to control drag it in to get a onReady variable. And then right here on this is action press quit, instead of quitting the game, what we can now do is we can do pause screen dot show, and then we'll do get tree dot paused equals true. But now you'll see if we go ahead and try it out, if I press escape, you'll see a couple things. One is that the mouse is hidden, and two, if you try to actually click these buttons, it wouldn't work. And that's because this pause screen is also paused. And we want to make sure that that is not paused. We want to make sure that it's still going even if this get tree.paused is true. So what we can do for the to show the mouse is we'll do input dot mouse mode equals input dot mouse mode visible. And then in order to make sure that the pause screen isn't actually paused when we pause the game, we'll go back to the pause screen, click on the root node, go to process, and do mode always. So that way it'll always be running even if the game is paused. And now if we go on resume, we're just going to go to the stuff in our level manager, right? Which was these three things. And we're just going to do the opposite. So we're going to hide it, unpause the game, and make sure the mouse isn't visible anymore. So we'll just make sure this whole entire screen is hidden. We'll do get tree dot paused equals false, and then we'll do input dot mouse mode equals mouse mode dot captured. So now if I go ahead and try and play, we should be able to resume. Oh, see, if I press retry, it's going to stay paused. So we got to do one more thing actually. Go into the level manager and just make sure that on ready we'll do get tree.pause equals false, just so it unpauses no matter what. So now if I retry, yep, should be good to go. Awesome. Oh, and I made a mistake. Make sure this says main menu, not main, not retry. And now we should be actually good to go. Cool, guys. And there we have it. You have now made your first 3D marble game. And stay tuned, guys. There's still a few bonus episodes if you want to watch that. I know people wanted to see stuff like a timer, and I might do something like a save system. So stay tuned for some bonus videos. And also, big announcement, stay tuned for a new series. Should be pretty cool. I want to do a tower defense game. So really hope that you guys stay and watch that. But anyways, guys, if you stayed and watched all the episodes, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I really appreciate it.